Have you ever wondered what would happen if you took a couple of plants, transplanted those, did some companion planting, and direct sowed some seeds, and then pretty much just let it go wild for a season? I know this is going to trigger a lot of you, but I did it. Hi, I'm Siri Smith, and I would like to invite you to take a walk with me through my garden, which is situated in the northwest area of South Africa. Let's go take a look what happens when you let it go wild. In my humble opinion, a wild bird feeding point is a must in any garden. I seem to have a snail problem, which you will notice as we observe this garden more closely. The seed I sowed here was actually part of some seed I harvested the previous season, which interestingly enough was grown from store-bought chickpeas. So I found some slugs in the garden. I'm guessing they were the instigators of these munched up Swiss chards. The pests and of course the lack of sun in the garden underneath this huge tree was definitely the cause for all the stagnant growth with the plants that was planted underneath this tree. I wanted to see how the plants reacted to each other. I direct sowed a lot of seeds, some of which never surfaced. I absolutely love turmeric root. I use it daily in my ginger and turmeric shots as well as in my cooking. And you can also use it in your skincare products. It is incredibly healthy for you and definitely a great addition to any garden. You should honestly try growing either turmeric or ginger. It grows much easier than you would expect. Just find a spot with loose soil and a root with some eyes on it, as I mentioned earlier, and you're good to go. I was so excited about these heirloom tomatoes, and I was just not knowing if they're going to pop up, but it looks like they did, and I'm super excited. I kind of just allowed the tomato plants to grow. As you can see throughout our walk, the tomato plants popped up literally everywhere. I once read somewhere that if you take a liter of water and you mix a tablespoon of sunlight liquid, which is dishwashing liquid, into the water and you spray that onto the plant, it will fight off pests that are actually nibbling away at this beautiful green. Do let me know what you think about this statement in the comments below. My biggest mistake this season was actually not creating enough entry and exit points into the garden area where I actually planted or direct sowed some seeds. I definitely have to pay attention to the soil in this area. A fun fact, growing beans adds nitrogen to your soil. Onions are excellent companion plants to fight off pests. I just had to take you back to the area underneath the big tree where I have the best dirt in the garden. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? This special corner housed a beehive that produced honey for a whole of 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, the beehive was moved, however, we are in the process of getting a new one. When your potatoes are in the flowering stage, be sure to keep your furry friends away because I have heard that it is toxic for dogs. In this area, you are going to notice that I planted some baby plants. I've got some thyme, sage, oregano, coriander, basil, and chamomile growing in this area. There is still 2 months of heat to go in this season, so fingers crossed. I do admit my timing is a bit off with this chili plant. I don't think it's gonna do well at all. I am a citrus lover, and this is by far my favorite corner of the garden where we get clementine and lemon all in one. Oh, with a bit of fig in the middle. Absolutely beautiful, and the smell just divine. What I've always done with potatoes is actually plant them in the ground. Once the greens surface, I top it with more soil and I continue this process 3 times. And after the third go, I actually let the leaves grow through the soil and then I allow the potatoes to completely grow out. And that brings us to the end of our walk together. Thank you so much for joining me walking through my garden. Do tune in again next week when we chat about what we saw today. And until next time, remember, be the light that you wish to see in this world. It's been a beautiful experience. See you guys next week.